Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great... in college football. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Give to the running back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Rice rushes to the line. Back to pass, it's Ncaa. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Going up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Gonzalez. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. On second down, wants to throw it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Mendez. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. He'll just keep slinging it. Can't make the catch on third down, and the rarest of drops for this guy. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The LSU Tigers offense will have its first possession of the game. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, quarterback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man. It's Coffee. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. Wide receiver now comes in motion. To the ground with the back. Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12. Rice rushes to the line. Defense in press coverage. The inside handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking for a man. It's Ncaa. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Off the play fake on 1st down. He lets it fly. Makes the grab down the left side. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They'll leave it with him. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold it, open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it, open.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, 1st down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start. Open.
Not much of a decision to make there. The defense will move him back. First down here for the offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He uncorks one deep. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
Man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And the returner will be dragged down. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Trying to get rid of it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
To throw, it's Ncaa. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. First down here for the offense. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy Reese on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up. When you watch the way they run their offense, usually it starts with the physicality in the ground.
On second down, they'll take to the air. He finds his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. He's looking to throw. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown LSU. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. How about this crowd rattling the rafters and trying to help their defense? They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Going up top. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Nice strike, big play in the passing games. I'll tell you what. Find your mismatches, find your advantages, what you do well, and do it again. And then again. And then we know how when we do it again. Keep attacking.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Rice rushes to the line. The give to the back.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
To the air, it's Ncaa. Pulls it in. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you.
LSU 14, Rice 0.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. And the try is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? They'll try to run for it. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back was one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Now the play fake. A shot toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Quickly complete. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
The Tigers are on the move. He'll come out throwing on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback checking the play. Back to the air one more time. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the right. Touchdown LSU! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I'll tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy twos, the fancy spread. Forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches. So he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
The offense set for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. It'll be a draw. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. Rice rushes to the line.
3rd down coming.
Looking to throw, it's Ncaa. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
The throw. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Reeled it in and just made the house call. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 28-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking for a man. It's Ncaa. Gets it out quickly. Shows a little move, gets his man off balance, and gets out to the 22. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, running up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Trying to get to it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He's got it on the right.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding the football?
Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Across the 25, he's got room. And chunk plays on the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big game.
Touchdown, Tigers! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. San Jose State was able to come away with a hard-fought victory there in the capital of Silicon Valley. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Looking to pass. It's Ncaa. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. Rice rushes to the line. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Finds his target down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Looking to throw it again. Caught close to the marker. It's Gonzalez. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've been overwhelmed so far in this 1st half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now, let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, and here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. On second down, he's looking downfield. He's got it. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! These guys wanted to make a statement. The statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Carl. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Wants to throw on first down. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Line getting set on second down. Back to throw, it's Ncaa. And they can't make the connection.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quickly to the tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking to go up top on first down. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is snowed under. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Let's go! They're throwing for it on fourth down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. He'll start this third quarter with a run. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The running back has it. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Goodrow just plowing ahead. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting a huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. Running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Second and goal coming up. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line, finding creases.
And they swarm him under.
Well, with a huge lead, interesting decision. Are you going to try to pad it with a field goal, or do you want to stay aggressive there?
And what's nice is you got this big lead, so it really doesn't matter whichever you choose, but you can grab the points.
Touchdown, Tigers! And the stomping has commenced. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one. 6 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
49. Rice, 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Average team able to make the tackle. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Now after the short completion, it's 2nd down. Wide receiver shows motion. Out of the gun to give to the back. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He's got great speed. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Takes the handoff. It's Ellington. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide out in motion. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Touchdown LSU! And the route is on. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Line gets set, 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. Didn't get much on 1st down, it's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Quick strike complete.
Complete to the wideout. No gain.
They'll line up for a second down play.
Second down.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Well, guys, so far this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. Feeling some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
0 points on the day. That's really all you have to say about this offense. It's been a struggle fest. They've been riding the struggle bus. They haven't done anything right today.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on second and long. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Just needs a crack to get a return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll get this drive started from the 29. They'll leave it with the lone back. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
At the 30. Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to the back. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Dropping back, it's Combs. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. But see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing, using the quick game. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the ball is intercepted. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll run the toss. On the move is the 30. Ripping through the defense. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. The give to the back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
The Tigers will move the sticks with the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
From the 30-yard line on first down. He'll pull it down. Keeps it and gets the first down. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
LSU lining up 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Got his man quickly. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots.
Touchdown LSU! And the beatdown has ensued. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they are cruising toward a 4-0 start. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Clemson was able to finish off a close one in Death Valley today. They did just enough, both offensively and defensively, to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. He's looking to throw it. Got the quick pass. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. He wants to throw. On target. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what...
He wants to go deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with it.